Jeffrey Epstein. Guys, does that name ring a bell? Like when I say something to that, did that just pull out an emotion from you? Just those two words. Did that get some kind of emotion, get you to listen up? Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know her name, but I believe it's Giselle Maxwell. And these two are cohorts in this island. Allegedly, a list, a manifest, allegedly is about to be revealed. Like, Giselle's a real person, that's true, and Jeffrey's a real person, that's true, and they did have an island, that's true. And there was very deviant acts that took place on the island, but that's almost where it ends. Like where? What'd you eat when you were out there? What's the name of the intersection where you turn to find the house, hotel, spot? Like it gets really limited on info, but there is a list. Okay, there is a list of whoever went there. The list is supposedly about to be revealed. All right, now we're 1 minute on this journey together, but do I have your interest? Is there something about that you find interesting? Because Ian Garry has the same list. At least Ian Garry has a list. And he began to make his list the other day. So picture this for an establishing shot. Somebody over the top, you see Gary's hand, it looks like a diary of sorts, and he's writing names down. And he's got Sean, which we believe is going to lead into Strickland. He's got Colby, of which there is only one. He's got Jeff Neal, of which is his next opponent. But guys, what if? For fun. That's all we're having here. See, Ian Garry has finally figured out how to have fun with this. But what if, in that spirit of having fun, what if Ian Garry threatened that he was going to drop the list? He was going to drop the list of clients that bought his wife's book, 4 of which husbands are actively on the roster, signed with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. What if it was a story like that? Would you get behind it? Would you be curious? I made up the number 4. What if it was number 3? What if there was an actual number and it was 1 and he had it? The name, the credit card information, the mailing address. What if that was real? And by the way, what are the odds that it's not? What are the odds that it's not? What are the odds of this best-selling book that Ian Garry's wife, Mrs. Machado, I believe as it would be, what are the odds that a UFC fighter didn't buy it? What are the odds that a girlfriend or an aspiring girlfriend of a future UFC fighter didn't buy it? Yeah, sure they did. Somebody bought it, for sure. For sure would be my guess. I would think that somebody got a hold of that thing. Whether they're still signed to the Ultimate Fighting Championship or trying to get to the Ultimate Fighting Championship or once were in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, but somewhere along that vein, I would say that they have it. And as much as people are having fun and they're so curious of X-Team and Maxwell's list, it just seems like you could play it right in. Vince McMahon was the king of playing things right in. Like, he needed a heel character, he needed a bad guy, so he would go out and take things that people were actually scared of. Like, he created an agent called IRS for Internal Revenue Service. IRS was his character, and the guy carried a briefcase, and if you don't do such and such, I will audit you. I mean, Vince was known for this. At a time of corruption and or the discussion of corruption with police officers, he brought in somebody called the Big Boss Man. The greatest heel ever created besides Vince himself was just simply a rich guy called Ted DiBiase, but he was the $1 Million Man. And he would do what people actually feared could be done, which is he would make money to cut himself to the front of the list to get special privileges and special services. He would take real life and put it into those characters. And I'm just asking you, what would happen? What would happen in that situation if Ian Garry, who's finally having fun with it? I was so happy to see Ian Garry in his list because now I know he's okay. Like, I'll cheer for Ian or I'll cheer against Ian. I'll walk up and say hello to Ian or I'll turn my back and ignore Ian. But make no mistake, that's a real human being. There's another side to it aside from the yay, we cheer, oh, we boo sports side. There's a human, and now that he's making lists, now that he's starting to have fun with this, now that he's started to turn this list into a hit list, what if he also shifted that into a customer's list? Because one thing that I really do believe is that there is somebody under contract whose significant other bought that book. I do believe that. That would just be an odds game, but I believe that the odds say that he did. And moreover, the significant other, somebody who signed to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, who purchased and read the book a while ago, this person doesn't know. They don't know that their girlfriend and or fiance and or current wife has the book. There's something to it. That's all that I suggest for you. There's something to it. If you were to take the spirit of what's actively going on with crossing it for entertainment and marketing purposes, which is all this whole thing is all about, somebody's got that book, and maybe Ian knows who it is.